Lessons. Yo, welcome to Life's Place, where I just randomly say what the hell I want to say. And right at this moment, it's going back to the same thing I was talking about with the life insurance thing, right? Where you never know who your friends are, shit, let alone your family, when it comes to the end road for you. Because, some people really do be having plans for you more so than you actually have plans for yourself, right? But we all know that we make plans, God laughs, right? The Most High really does laugh. And, because it was already written. It's up to us to really remember what's in the back of our brains now, to really live that purpose out. But chaos and distractions, people, places, and things will truly distract us from the path that is already within, right? But the whole life insurance thing, right? Estates, trusts, inheritances, anything with anybody that is healthy, able-bodied, right? You'll have the weak and insecure, the scammers and the schemers, the improv liars, the performative actors that can cry at the drop of a dime, the gator tears and shit that be drowning in the fucking sidewalk and shit. The ones that put on the biggest front that they are a business owner, that they can do this, they can do that, they are a bank owner, they're a casting director, really. To cast people into an illusion of they can get the wealth and the riches. They already have ties to the bank, they already have ties to insurance companies, they have ties to the funeral directors, the cops, they have ties everywhere in order for them to live the image, to live up to the image that they created for themselves amongst a circle of themselves. This is where the secret societies comes in when it comes to working within in order for you to actually have, right? But when you're an individual doing for you, you can't do that. You're supposed to be the giving and willing person to always give of yourself to the point that you let someone break you, you let someone take from you, where you have nothing of your own, because you never know who your friends or your family is that will slide shit from under you, fake ass documents that's run to the court. Whatever you're making for you, they're going to take it from you and say that they were a partner with you. It's like so many things that people will do to fraudulently live up to an image that you don't care anything about or to even hold up, to, but they compare themselves with you because of your individuality. They compare themselves with you because of your creativity. And they compete with you because of your self-sufficiency, you know, but they compete with you with the self-sufficiency of you by way of robbing everyone else around you. They have to be the gold digger. They have to dig in pockets in order for them to feel as though that they're elevated. They're the scammers and the schemers of the insurance policies, of real estate, of people. They're the ones that really will buy people's, in the dark web, you can buy people's fucking um old bills and shit, collection agency, and people are quick to run, LLCs these days. It's nothing but 250, but to actually run it as their own entity, as their own contract, yo, some people will sit there and slide in other people's name that is on good credit, that is doing something for themselves. The fucking copycats or the doppelgangers that like to keep the cycle in the same cycle, and they teach their children to do it too, where, this is how you can live. All you have to do is make sure that you dismantle somebody that, has their life going for them. All you have to do is go to the courts and say that you're working with them. All you got to do is say that you're a partner with them. And then, do something where they're going to sit there and murk themselves. Therefore, you take all of it. Don't sign a prenup type of shit. This is how motherfuckers really live their life, where self-sufficiency really isn't key for them because there's somebody already self-sufficient for them to keep the keys in their hands. The keys to what though? If they don't have a foundation of their own, when they're competing with someone that already does. It's like some people truly don't want to truly be on their own more so than to have the image that they do or that they are. But they're the quickest to file. This is so stupid and childish as fuck, yo. The insecurity screams and the gossip and the rumors. The insecurity screams that I'm childish by spreading misinformation in order to take something from someone else because they're not grown enough to take the same information or the same knowledge and the same steps to do it for themselves. They're the very same ones that will hold up a facade that they got the riches and the wealth, they got the knowledge, they got the people, and they got the table. Yet they're the ones that's standing next to the funeral director waiting for the next to pass away, to take away the inheritances, the trust funds, and the estates for the ones that they actually, schmoozed up to befriend, to basically be that partner, that, co-conspicuent, the one that can sign everything at the last will and testament, something like that. The person that holds the power of attorney or something like. It's like people are so crooked nowadays when it comes to scamming and scheming for money that's not theirs. They'll go after people's retirements. They'll find out sneaky ways to go into your bank account. That's where the same hacker that is going into your email and into your fucking phone to come up with all the fucking fake ass AI and chat all this shit just to make it seem like you're a part of their bullshit. Just to make it seem like you were partnering up with the same shit that they're on. But like I say, in the last couple of videos, some people really like to waste their time because of the fact that you make up a lot of shit with your time. You create a lot of things with your time. But they come up with a whole bunch of plans on how to waste other people's time in order to make it look like they're wasting their time. It's like some people want you to mirror what their energy is rather than putting up the effort into mirroring the energy that they're trying to steal from. It makes no sense, does it? But it makes sense to those that are used to the same cycle of the repeat and rewind of the same grind. It's like hustling backwards and making themselves tired and exhausted by running after those that have the energy to actually keep up with themselves and what they build for themselves. It's more of an effort and work, but different mindsets. If you're raised into or you're taught how to scam and scheme out of life, what is honesty and integrity in building a real life for yourself that stands on a stable foundation of integrity? Those that don't truly do believe that they are entitled to take from those that they deem weak by doing the weak shit. It's the wildest of things, but that's the mentality of those that feel as though that they are better than you. They are better than you by way of taking from you what is good for you because they don't feel as though it's good for you at all. It's better for them to do what you do because they don't have the creativity to do the same thing as you. Therefore, to paint you as a person that is lazy and procrastinating and non-creative or non-valuable because that's the way that they feel. But if that energy gets to you, you're supposed to want to feel so depressed that you are locked in a cage and you do have the only damn, and it happens. That's the sad part. If you fall into the suffering, they can ply you with the drugs, they can ply you with the alcohol, they can traffic you just so that the narrative that they created for you makes sense. But again, integrity, morals, respect of self is what they don't have. And that's what they truly hate about you and want to take from you is your self-respect, your morals, and your integrity, and your trust in the Most High. Whereas their trust relies on man to do the most while they're high, to stay high. Yo, know that the Most High got you, yo. It's just the craziest mess because some people, places, and things will truly just find ways to make it seem like you deserve what they're offering to you rather than what you deserve by working for what it is that you deserve for you. Crazy ass shit when it comes to people's projections of you without ever knowing you. Anyways, know the Most High got you. Have a good one. Bye.